might be their best monitor to date.
We are officially in the ultra-wide, super ultra-wide, whatever you want to call it, 32:9 category. Last year came the release of the X45 monitor, which was a game changer to me personally. Not for any one specific feature, but because it had all of their features. It really set the bar for me for what a dream monitor should be. And like the 45, the 49 is an OLED QHD panel with a 240Hz refresh rate. And I guess the only way to top that is by adding more monitor. But does bigger necessarily mean better? Let's take a look. After they released their big TV-style monitor, the CG48, I did think that's probably as far as they'll go because it is basically a TV after all, but this one takes the crown. And as the sheer size of it goes long ways, it is only slightly easier to set up. The base is big and unyielding, which is exactly what you want in terms of support. And the legs actually sit flush to the desk rather than being like a three-pronged stand. So this baby does not want to move, even sometimes when you kind of need it to move. And it's huge, but strangely not heavy. It was quite easy to set up. The panel around the outsides is very thin on those outer edges. And I also didn't mean to set it up with the smallest PC in the office, but we'll say it's for comedic effect. And honestly, I quite like this as a setup. The tower is not towering and you have more eyeballs on what's happening front and center, which you need because it spans quite a distance. But it is curved with a gentle 1800R rating, so your peripherals really do eat up all of that screen space around you. This wider viewing angle and just the overall immersion is so good in so many games. There's not one game it's not good in. So interestingly, I tried playing Counter-Strike because does it give me an advantage? No, because I'm bad. But I think for anyone else, yeah, it probably would have. You have the wider field of view, right? Because I don't think it stretches out. I think you do have more field of view. Someone tell me in the comments. It also really does make the most of that 240Hz refresh rate paired with a very low 0.3 millisecond response time, which is the perfect refresh rate for a monitor like this because it gives you enough to get the edge in shooters. But where it's really going to shine is your big open worldies. Because Cyberpunk, holy moly, this was everything. There's something very dreamy about being in an open world cityscape, especially when you take the OLED of it all into account. There's really true blacks and vivid colors. You are just transported to Night City. This is not Night City, this is a Predator wallpaper, but like, honestly, how good does that make the OLED look? I think it would have also been really great in Hogwarts Legacy too if it didn't crash all the time, but that's not his fault, okay? It's also not his fault, that's the game's fault. Half the time I play Hogwarts, there's always a problem with it. I don't know why. I would say I didn't love the field of view in Resident Evil 4, but I think that's because it's Resident Evil 4 and no one likes it. And God of War, funnily enough, didn't actually support this ultra-wide until I did some tweaks in the code. Hacker man. And this ended up looking gorgeous too. So Santa Monica Studios, why the no support? It looks so good. And as well as the OLED, it also boasts Display HDR True Black 400 for deeper blacks and covers 99% of DCI P3 with a low delta E value, so you can really rely on its color accuracy and color range. It is always helpful if you're doing anything designy or work related, which I guess you should too, as its official resolution is 5120 by 1440, so double quad HD, double the mon, literally two 27-inch monitors. So you get the practicality of having two displays, but then you are able to join them to make one stonking huge one for gaming. Just what we all want. And speaking of practicality, there's also a built-in KVM switch. Without having to switch over your mouse and keyboard every time. There's also all the ports with a HDMI 2.1, two display ports, and a Type-C with 90 watts of power delivery, so you could technically keep your laptop's power plugged into the monitor itself, which baffles me. Welcome to the future. It is also tiltable in every which way you would need it to be tiltable, which makes it feel very mobile for a super ultra wide huge monitor. But what do you think? Is this uber wide monitor for you? At 49 inches with a double quad HD OLED panel, I find it hard to say no. I love the immersion of the display, the colors pop, and everything feels very cinematic. But I would seriously need to get a bigger desk because I think it will have to be a small PC. I don't think she gives me much option. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you next time.